get along with our Canadian friends to the north? Many of you do. You get to Canada a lot. I know my Canadian premier friends probably better than I know the rest of the governors. And I was reading the Canadian press the other day, and one thing that really struck me is they had a national vote. They voted, who is the most respected person in the history of Canada? Now, here's some of the options. Frederick Bunting. Frederick Bunting was the one who discovered insulin and helped millions of people all over the world with diabetes. A Canadian made the top 10, that wasn't number one. Wayne Gretzky, the great one. 3,000 goals, a Canadian, made the top 10, wasn't number one. Sir John Macdonald, the equivalent of George Washington, the father of Canada, made the top 10, he wasn't number one. Alexander Graham Bell, the telephone. Top 10, didn't make number one. Number one, drum roll please, a fellow by the name of Tommy Douglas. You got no idea who Tommy Douglas is in the United States? Let me tell you who Tommy Douglas is. He was the premier of Saskatchewan 62 years ago when he had a simple proposition: we will cover every single person in Saskatchewan with health care. I read the other day, I read the Canadian newspapers, and there was a journalist in Canada, and he said, there is a more likely occurrence of a person in Canada being struck with lightning than there is a person in Canada going to the United States for their health care. Answer this question for yourself. If the Canadians didn't think that they had a good health care system, even though they pay half as much as we do in the United States, do you think they would have voted Tommy Douglas, the skinny guy from the prairie, as the most respected person in the history of Canada? Think about that for a little bit. God bless you.